Boys and girls, man and woman, welcome to EVE Eternal Galaxy mobile game, where I'm going to give my thoughts about the Shanyue martial art flagship class war fortress mountain class aircraft carrier with cosmic heavy weapon, as well as the Navy battleships and the awesome cruisers. Be right back. So I have a mixed feeling about cruisers. And I've been talking a lot about, having tournament ships in the game. Not for the sake of having tournament ships, but for having a ship that we could fight for and hopefully get. Yeah, so we get, we're getting the Fiend and the Camuel and the Chameleon and the Adrestia. And sure, those are tournament ships in EVE Online. I'm not sure what the stats are gonna be on this, and as far as I understand it, yeah, I think it's going to be close to EVE Online. So I mean, sure, we're gonna get these ships that I would like to have in the game, and even the frigate ones would be awesome, but I don't like how we're gonna get it. Now, we don't know exactly how we're gonna get it, but I would assume they're gonna come in a box, or they're going to be stuff that you can build for finding ship debris. And either of those is a bad idea. Because if it is ship debris, then this is going to cost like an Orthus. So like 3 billion. And in the beginning it will probably be like 5 or 6 or 7 billion. But it will go down to 3 billion and it will be just like Orthus. But sure, they will have their bonuses. I'm not sure if Adrestia will be better than the Vigilant. Like the Vigilant is really good with the web. And the Adrestia only gets scrambling or disruption. But yeah, if this is going to be like just another Orthus, then yeah, they kind of killed the whole tournament idea. Now sure, it might be that they drop in boxes that is impossible to find. You can put a lot of money into it and never get anything, and it will only be open for a short while, so that some people will get it and then they will not have it anymore until maybe next year, which would be actually more fun in my opinion. I think if they could make this ship into something like the Heartbreaker skin was, then yeah, thinking about it, then yeah, sure, so this will be probably like Heartbreaker and we will have a ton of them in 2 years. But it could be cool. I mean, if I like this part. I think this is small ships, though it is medium, but I think it's pretty good. And the question is, will we get nanocores for this ones? Which I assume that we will. But where do we get those nanocores? Is that going to be exclusive for AUR? And I would think so. Because somehow even the freighters still are very, very elusive with their nanocores. I don't even have a freighter nanocore yet, so most likely we will not have nanocores for this unless we pay real money. But yeah, then we also have the Navy battleships. And sure, battleships are fun. That's what I fly the most, so I kind of like battleships. I'm like a battleship pilot. I do fly lower, but I don't fly higher. So battleships is my thing. I would like to have more of them. But the question is how will they behave in space? Are they going to be as in EVE Online? Then they will not be better than the strikers, so it will pretty much be like an APOC 2, which doesn't make sense. But I think, and this is just my thought, I think that the Navy ships is the very ship that you will get unless, if you don't have skills for a T9, you can fly these ships if you have a ship skill, right? So I think those will come with a ship skill, and the Navy ones is, I would say, just like the normal battleships, but you can fly them below T9 or T8. That's what I think, and that would make sense in my head. And if that is the case, then sure, this is a good idea. Everything, more things for new players is always welcome. Is that a bird? It sure is a bird. Do I have a bird in my house? So anyway, that's what I think. If this is going to be something that is better than the Marauders, or not the Marauders, the Striker ones, then, you know, I'm gonna have a problem with this, because people have invested a bunch of shit into the strikers, you know, giving out a new ship that would, you know, surpass that, and you have to maybe put a, you know, AI nano on this one instead, and you know, it's just a mess. I don't think that's the case. I think this is, as I say, for the new players who don't have skills for battleships yet. And then we have the aircraft carrier. And let me just read some of this here. The galaxy is boundless and the mountains walk together. And the new aircraft carrier mountain level intelligence is coming. Now, I'm not sure how many, you know, wrongs there are in this sentence here. They're talking about mountains, the galaxy is boundless, aircrafts. Anyway, they continue with converging on the majestic mountains, brainstorming and building a starship. EVE Eternal Galaxy mobile game. EVE Eternal Galaxy mobile game. Is that a new game? Like, who gave this to me? This is Jan Jung. What is EVE Eternal Galaxy mobile game? Brainstorming and building a starship. So if you guys remember, we actually built a capital ship, a Jan Jung capital ship, I think it was, a couple of months back. And this is obviously it. This is where we get it. The new high security aircraft carrier Mountain class is about to land in New Eden. It's gonna land here. It's also very weird. Also, Mountain class. I'm not sure what a Mountain class is. Is that like a Titan? Is this a Titan? Yeah, I know you guys are thinking like, what? This aircraft carrier was designed with the participation of all pilots. Not only brought a major breakthrough to the New Eden ship engineering, it will also open a new chapter in Xinjiang's technology exploration. Get ready to feel the infinite charm of the cosmic heavy weapons. So if you remember, someone talked about, wouldn't it be cool to do exploration in a capital ship? They took this literally, and somehow we're gonna feel the infinite charm of this cosmic heavy weapon. This sounds like a Titan to me. During the Spring Festival 2023, in the joint design project of the Star Night Together aircraft carrier again, jointly launched by the Space Administration of the Ministry of Consolidation and Xinjiang. Pilots participate in the project and assist in the drawing of the aircraft carrier blueprint. At the same time, the integration department has also received many creative designs and ideas for aircraft carriers from pilots. So I'm not really sure what they're talking about here, but after gathering the wisdom of many pilots, joint design drawings and excellent submissions, the New Eden's first jointly designed aircraft carrier Mountain class is about to make a big debut. First one, so we might actually do more. I get a feeling that this game is going to be like, you can park your ships in this Titan. That's what we're gonna get in the future, right? We parking our Balgorns and Vindicators and stuff in this ship, and then we move around. This is our station. And we just move around. Like in the future, we will probably update it, you know, upgrade stuff like all this other crap space mobile games that we have today. This is really crap. I mean, we started with cruisers, right? It was pretty good. And then we go to battleships for, I would still guess, for the players who don't have skills enough for battleships. And then we get this. So let's continue. Since the joint design and test assembly are promoted by the Space Agency and Ministry of Consolidation, I'm pretty sure I'm not saying those words right. This flagship, now it's a flagship, and sometimes it's a spaceship, and sometimes it's an aircraft, and sometimes it's a starship, and sometimes, just sometimes, it's a heavy weapon. So anyway, it can enter high-sec security areas controlled by the Ministry of Consolidation. Can you stop type that word? And participate in the mission of deterring and combat hostile forces. So this tells us that we are going to be able to do missions in it, or encounters, which is going to be really bad unless we can get some really good encounters in high-sec, or if we can get the capital anomalies. In the joint design activities, the pilot were surprisingly consistent in the choice of combat methods. Oh, this is gonna be boring to read. They all choose to use a multi-weaponed combat. Therefore, the Mountain class air carrier equipped with special modules will become a war fortress. Oh, it's a war fortress too that is proficient in martial arts. So it's gonna kick with its feet and box with the hands. Oh my god, what is this ship, man? I mean aircraft, I mean carrier, I mean, you get the point. For pilots who are keen on Star Wars. Why do you bring up Star Wars? Of course we're keen on Star Wars. Active attack on the battlefield is the only rule of victory. In Star Wars, the winner, which is the rebels, did they always actively attack on the battlefield? Wasn't they like a little bit, you know, laid back? While the Empire was the ones who made it miserable for everyone? I might got that wrong. According to the pilot's choice, when the general administration of positioning the Mountain-class aircraft carrier martial art fighting war fortress on the battlefield, it will focus on more offensive capabilities. Perhaps it is because the pilots have experienced a long journey of exploration and are well aware of the complexity of the space environment. That did not even make sense. In the terms of the selection of aircraft carrier landing aid, can we land this on planets? Most pilots choose the radar landing aid system for the Shanyue class aircraft carrier. Shanyue class aircraft carrier? What kind of carrier is this? Is this the same one? The Mountain class aircraft carrier also hidden ingenuity? Insert laugh here. In the design of the command system. When the pilots choose the command system, the centralized command system and the distributed command system are indistinguishable. Therefore, the space agency of the Joint Ministry have equipped the Shanyue class aircraft carrier with two command systems, which have completely different command effects. They are free to choose accordingly to their preferences and build their own exclusive aircraft carrier. This is too much for my head. As an important project of the Ministry of Space Administration, the Shanyue class aircraft carrier has also made a series of important attempts. Under the leadership of Ministry of Consolidation, the Mountain class is equipped with a specific security system, and it will become the first aircraft carrier in the New Eden that is allowed to enter high security. And now we get into why I made this video, because I got a question. What do I think about the update? And I did tell a few people what I did feel, and I don't think it's interesting enough for me to make videos about everything in the game. Honestly, like I want to bring out the fun parts in this game. I don't want to sit and, you know, go through every patch notes, and I don't think you guys like this. But I felt this is a way for me to explain how I feel about this update. And so this leads me to this one. What do I feel about having a Shanyue martial art flagship class war fortress mountain class aircraft carrier with a cosmic heavy weapon? And I think this fucking blows. I see no positive thing with this part at all. All I can see is that everyone will have one, and it will be kind of our station. Maybe we can sell from it in the future. We will upgrade a bay. It's going to take like 15 minutes the first level up, then 45 minutes the next one, just like all these crappy mobile games about space. And like we're going to have our ships in it, and we're gonna move that around. And honestly, I'm just almost falling asleep at the computer, not because I'm tired, just because I'm just bored as hell just reading about this dog shit. So that's what I think. And don't forget, I have my nanocore competition, I do my PvP, I do all this event, I have my giveaways. Be sure to subscribe to me, leave a like on the video if you thought it was good, informative or fun. I would assume it's for fun. And if you can at times, join me on my streams or give me ideas on other games that would be cool to play. I play a couple of games at the same time, not only PC games, but I have 4 games on my phone right now. So it's not like I don't play other games. I have played almost every game on mobile. That is not Candy Crush Saga or Farmville, but you know, real games, or what could be referred to real games on mobile. But yeah, this is what I feel. I feel no joy, except for the cruisers, of course. And the battleship could be cool, if it is the way I hope. Otherwise, you guys fly safe, and I see you again in space.